Hey, Rob, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Good. I've been avoiding you since last week. You obviously lot come and turned us over. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. I'm feeling good, man.
Cool. I mean, it's been a mad 10, 11 days to be a gunner. So let's start at the beginning of what has been a mad, like I say, 10, 11 days. The European Super League, Rob. A lot of people have had to say, where do you stand on it? And what was that like being, having your club put a statement out that they were founder members and of this thing, this attack on English football, as it's being called. But where do you stand on that, Rob?
Excuse me. Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, for the arrogance of our club and all the other clubs that were in it to think that, we, the so-called big six, and I don't call us the big six, I just call it the rich six, because, right now we're 10th in the league. Tottenham, how are they in it? They've never even won anything since, when was the last time they won anything? You know what I mean? So it's just the rich six deciding that, to make more money, let's break away and do our own thing. And I thought it was utterly disgraceful. And I was really glad to see the way all of the fans mobilized on it, especially, I was really proud of Arsenal fans because, we're not in the Champions League. We haven't been in there for many a year now. And you would have thought that us as fans would be like, well, hey, actually, this is great. We'll be in it every year. But, fans are fans and we want to do it the right way. And we want to protect the game, the integrity of the game. We want to be able to play Everton like what we did last week. We want to be able to play Burnley, whoever, right? That's what our first and foremost interest is in. And I was glad that fans came out and, really railed against it. The politicians got involved. I think it was those sort of. I think the fans initially getting the politicians involved, and also the players. The fact that they felt very uncomfortable to be part of this because of how the fans had reacted. That's what got this thing stopped for now, should I say? But that's what got it stopped. So I was really, really proud of Arsenal fans, and of course, we're used to this with our owner. It was no surprise to me when the news came out that we were involved in this, because our owner is only interested in money. And if anybody needed any proof of that, they got it there, right, straight in front of their face. It's what could I say? Now I wouldn't even say that the veil has been lifted, because we've all known that he's been like this for a very, very long time.
I think, I mean, the fans that you spoke to, the Arsenal fans, was it that the greed elements, or was it also the fact, because we've spoken to the Redmen lads up here because Liverpool were involved in it, and we know that the American owners, they haven't that. But what was the feeling like on the ground with the supporters? Was it a case of it's greedy, or was it a case of we play in this league, this English league? Arsenal, being in the league the longest without being relegated, Everton at the next for having the run in the top flight division. Was it that this is our heritage almost, and you're taking it away to put us in this sterile thing because it's all about money? Did you not want to lose that week by week games like you've just said against Burnley? Was that a thing that you found from talking to most Arsenal fans, or did you find ones that were actually like, no, I think this is a good idea?
No, I didn't find anybody who said it was a good idea. I think first and foremost, it was about what you said, the heritage. So it's like an attack on English football by owners who haven't got a clue that this game is more than just money and more than just us. They were talking this talk of, we'll be able to play Barcelona and Real Madrid every week. They didn't realize that we don't want to play them every week. We don't want to play Barcelona and Real Madrid every week, right? We like what we're doing now. We like playing the teams in and around us across the country, as we've always done, as we've grown up doing. So first and foremost, I think it was about the heritage. And then secondly, greed. Because, it then emerges that the only reason, that's the thing about this thing, it's not even like they're making a compelling argument to say, well, I know you guys have been used to playing in England, but this is going to be so amazing. There's no compelling argument. It's only greed. Simple as that. The fact that they'll go from playing a few games or maybe no games in the Champions League. Because if you look at it, right, Arsenal, we weren't in the Champions League, full stop. But even if you look at a team like Man United, they were in the Champions League last season. Or this season, should I say. They only played 6 games in the Champions League before they got knocked out. Under this new system now, they'll be guaranteed 18 games before anybody decides who gets knocked out or whatever. So you've got all the sponsorship around that, the money you earn, the. So we saw through it. Greed, utter, total greed. But I think first and foremost, with everybody that I spoke to, the initial thing was these guys are trying to ruin our football. That we are being grown up and we've used to being going to all these various clubs. We're used to teams getting promoted, relegated, and we love it. This is what we love about our football, the competition. We love the fact that, Arsenal can play Burnley and lose. It's not a given. Not that we enjoy losing, but it's not a given. It's not a given. Look at last week. Everton haven't beaten us, Arsenal, at home for over 20 odd years, and they beat us. You know what I mean? We that's what makes our game so great. And these guys wanted to take that away. No, so honestly, it was disgusting. I was really disgusted by the whole thing.
What I found, Matt, Rob, as well, was that obviously these clubs wanted to stay and play in the Premier League as well. So as well as playing in this mad European style trophy in the week, the Super League, they then wanted to take the £350 million and come back into the league with 14 other clubs who weren't ever getting that 300 million.
Yeah, and as I said, it would be the Carabao League.
Exactly.
It ended up being, right? Because could you imagine the team that if we were, instead of playing our semi-final tonight, let's say we were facing PSG, and last week we had to play Real Madrid. What sort of team do you think we would have put out against Everton? You know what I mean? That's what would happen so this league would get diluted as well. And I felt very strongly about it, and so did all the fans. I mean, I know a lot of the Premier League came out against it, FA, all that. I think a lot of their coming out against it is to protect themselves as well, because they're not cleaning this as either. You know what I mean? The TV companies. Like, remember Sky, right? During the lockdown, they were trying to charge us $14.99 to watch Burnley versus Sheffield United. You know what I mean? So they're not out of this, or they're not free from this as well. But at least they're not trying to turn around and say, well, no relegation, no promotion, and you just pluck the. I mean, how arrogant! Look at your club, Everton. They're building a new stadium. They're ambitious. Why should they've got a rich history. You know what I mean? When I was younger, man, one of the, you guys used to win regular league titles and that. How can it be that Tottenham are in that ahead of Everton? It's arrogance, utter arrogance. And as I said, the rich six, I don't even like to call it rich, the rich six owners. Yeah. Because none of the fans wanted this. None of the fans wanted this whatsoever. And I was just glad that we managed to come out, all the fans on this, be really united against it and really, force back on it.
Let me ask you. Oh, go on. I was going to say, let me ask you this one. This is the kicker, because it'll be interesting to hear your opinion on this, because obviously there's a lot of talk about punishment for the 6 clubs. So where do you stand on that? Because obviously people are outraged because this kind of thing went ahead. Me as being a supporter of one of the 14 other clubs, I can't see any way you can only punish the owners. You'd either do nothing or you punish the football clubs. Punishing an owner, punishing Stan Kroenke, John Henry, the Glazers, and saying £50 million fine. And what? To them, it doesn't mean anything. So where do you stand? Do you understand the calls for punishment? Or do you think...
I understand the calls for punishment. I do understand the calls for punishment, but I do think it should only be the owners, because I think because remember, the players didn't even know. The managers didn't know. You saw Klopp come out, he knew nothing, right? Right? The fans didn't know. We didn't know nothing. We didn't know nothing about this. So I don't think we deserve to be punished. I think the person that should be punished are the owners. Maybe ban them from owning a club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what the punishment will be, but I think the punishment should rest solely with the owners and anybody else who knew about this and was, you know, like say, you know, your chief execs and, you know, the people who knew about this and tried to execute it, because it was a coup.
Yeah,
It was a coup.
It was.
You know, about 11 o'clock at night, they announced it on putting it on certain websites, and it was a coup that failed.
Yeah.
And when you have coups, people have to be punished. But I don't think it should be the people, the fans, the players. I think it'd be unfair to punish them because they knew nothing about it. And if they knew anything about it, they wouldn't have been part of it. So it has to be and I'd like it to be something serious for these owners, you know?